Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Two Woke Boys, episode 111. I am Chris.
And I'm Cole.
And together, we are two woke boys. The show is on. We are here. It is 111 episodes, angel numbers. Are you into that? That's like That's like a thing.
111 is angelic.
Well,
I know
repeating
666 is
that's not
demonic.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah.
But I guess angel numbers are like repeating numbers.
Okay.
So it's like symbolic that you're doing correct things.
Got it.
In the universe.
Okay. Well, we're doing correct
I know,
things
that's
every
why,
episode,
that's why
no matter
I only
what it's numbered.
see angel numbers.
Yeah.
And it's not because I set my alarm to go off every time.
At 1:11 p.m.
Yeah, or 2:22 or 3:33 or 4:44.
Because you're usually up late doing activism.
Yeah.
And by
sure.
activism, it's just
hitting up women in their DMs.
Yeah.
And saying, hey, what's up?
Hey, are you up?
Yeah. You want to come over? Yeah. And I do time when I send those at exactly those moments. So those kind of girls who are the girls that
into numerology bullshit. Yeah.
Those kind of women.
Yeah,
like,
oh my God, what a coincidence.
Like, wow,
you texted me at 2:22.
This is a sign he texted me at that time.
Yeah.
It wasn't that this manipulative psycho waited
had
until
this
that
completely thought out.
Yeah.
Just preying upon her stupidity.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not that.
It's not that at all.
Yeah.
We're good guys.
Yeah.
And that was a coincidence that I only text you at 2:22 in the morning.
Yeah. We are good guys. And if you don't know that by now, after 110 episodes, good Lord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't even know what to tell you.
We don't know what to tell you. And that's what this podcast is all about. Like, that we just can't
We just can't even.
We can't even, dude.
Okay, this.
Do you need a mental health break?
I might have to take a mental health. I don't want to adult today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adulting
I
is
just
hard.
don't want to adult.
We have so much hard times adulting. That's the kind of content we like. We follow accounts that are like, adulting is rough.
Right.
And then we share memes.
Adulting be like.
Yeah. And then it's like, did laundry today, so I'm an adult.
Adulting like a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And am I going to fold my laundry? Absolutely not. It's going to sit on my bed until I have to go to bed. Then I'm going to move it off of the bed. Then I'm going to go to bed. Then I'm going to put it back on the bed and be like, today is the day I fold it. And then that's going to happen until I have to do laundry again.
Yeah. And you might fold your other clothes, but your fitted sheet, good luck folding that, because that's so hard to do.
Fire content.
And we love comedy like that.
Yeah, that's the best kind of comedy.
Yeah.
Is I can't fold a fitted sheet content.
Yep.
And that's the kind of stuff we do.
Also, we should debate something. Pineapples belong on pizza.
Shots fired, dude.
You know, we're talking about the important things. It does belong
on pizza?
So I think they don't.
Okay, yeah.
But maybe if you do, let's debate it.
Yeah, if you think
let's eat some together and we'll debate like, oh my God, it doesn't belong there. No, it does. It's like sweet and it combines with the saltiness.
Yeah, get that shit off my pizza, bitch. Yeah.
Unless you like that, then we'll say that it does belong on pizza.
Here's
we'll just
what
agree with you, whatever you think.
Here's my move. This is what I do. I go, oh, you like pineapple on pizza? That's really cool. I'll order it. I'll call it in and I'll order the pizza.
Yeah.
And then the pizza place will be like, what do you want on your pizza? I'm like, just fucking pepperoni. They're like, do you want pineapple on it? Hey, fuck you. Put pepperoni only on it.
Doesn't she hear you having this conversation?
This is a very private conversation.
Okay.
I turn up
into
very
the other
loud Limp Bizkit music while I'm ordering the pizza.
Okay.
Right. And
nice.
Then, I'm like just in the other room, like, you put only pineapple or only pepperoni on it. If I even sense that there's pineapple near that pizza, I'll fight you.
Also, she's probably not going to be thrilled because she's vegetarian and with pepperoni.
Blows. She's a vegan. It's like, you're a vegan. You can't eat cheese or meat. Like, what the fuck are we?
Fake cheese.
Hey, can you deliver a circle disc of bread to our house, please?
Yeah.
That would be great. How fun would that be to eat a circle disc of bread with a vegan woman? How great would that be? Which I'm sure there's something wrong with the bread too, right? Don't they have to eat like bullshit bread?
I don't know.
You have to eat like a Frisbee with them or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I order the pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
And then then it comes and I'm like, hey, babe, are you ready for this pineapple pizza? It's going to be so good. Then open it and just fucking the best acting skills you've ever seen. Like, what? There's no pineapple on this delicious pepperoni pizza? This is crazy.
Yeah. And then she looks at the little receipt, pasted to the side of the box, and it just says one large pepperoni pizza.
Yeah. I'm like, they fucked up so bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it says, like, do not put pineapple
right.
on it.
Special notes.
Specifically
Specific
said,
instructions.
will murder you if you put pineapple on this.
It's like, oh, they must have mixed it up with someone else's order.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the kind of boys we are.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, we got a big week here. I keep forgetting to do the plugs early. Check out the show, Instagram, TikTok, all that shit. Send us emails at twowokeboys@gmail.com. Come see ally of the show, Jeff Zinasek, in Buffalo, New York, Salt Lake City, Utah, Tampa, Florida, Clive, Iowa, Wichita, Kansas, and Topeka, Kansas. So check those out. Links on jeffzinasek.com. Come see those shows. Okay, so anyway, that being said, let's get into the business here.
Yes.
Some wild stuff going on here. MrBeast, they've been trying to cancel MrBeast.
Mm-hmm.
There's been an effort of trying to cancel him, and we support that because we don't like straight white men doing anything,
right?
Except for us,
right?
Our podcast should be the only straight white male
content of any form.
Yeah, and that's because it's also not straight white male content. Although all the listeners are almost exclusively straight white men.
The content is for women and people of color because we are their voice.
Yeah.
Whether or not they agree with that or not, we're their voice, and shut up if you disagree.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the fact that our listenership is mostly straight white men, that's kind of your fault. So you should share this with a black person.
Yeah.
Go find a black person and force them to watch this podcast. Right.
Hey, listen to this podcast made by male feminists.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of hold them down. Just be like, look, watch this shit.
Yeah.
Watch, they shouldn't, you shouldn't have to keep them in a headlock for long because they will be entertained like right away.
Yeah.
But,
just give them a good like 10, 15 minutes to get into it and they'll like it. And then you can release them and let them go.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And make sure you don't move them from room to room because that's technically kidnapping and that would be illegal.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
Yeah. Thank you for specifying that. So, but yeah, you should do whatever it takes to get more listeners for us so we can eventually make more money.
Yeah.
Because,
I
we hate capitalism, but we need to make some fucking money off this podcast.
We're not capitalists. We are socialists.
Right.
And we're like the what do we call that? We're the state.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're supposed to take care of us or pay us or whatever.
Yeah.
And
we want to be the state.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to redistribute
your wealth amongst us.
Yeah. And then you might get something back eventually.
Yeah.
And that's good. If that doesn't make sense to you, then you're dumb, dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah. MrBeast is getting canceled. They're trying to. So he made a video, and the video there was like 2 circles. You know how MrBeast does his videos. He's like, in this video, it's going to be crazy. We're going to, I blew up a car, and there's fucking 40 people that are going to get pieces of a car or whatever. So he does all that shit. He gets 2 circles, 2 different rooms, and there's 100 boys in one circle, 100 girls in another circle, and that was the problem.
That
there was. Do you notice how I said there was 100 boys circle and 100 girls circle?
Where are the trans and non-binary people?
Yeah, where's the circle for them? Yeah, what are you doing, MrBeast? You got to make a circle, or maybe make a Venn diagram, right? And then the people can go in between the circles as they see fit. Like, let's say you're a boy, you're on the outer circle, right? And then there was like a contest to this. Like, so it's the boys versus the girls, which is, you know, like, why can't we all be together? I mean, men are trash, but like, why can't we all be one and unified? And men suck and are fucking garbage, but one together as women and men. But women are better. Yeah. And fuck all men except for us.
Except for us. So women listening to that who are impressed by that, hit us up in our DMs, and we will continuously tell you how other men are trash and how we're the only good ones.
Especially if you have a boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
That guy is actually trash. Yeah. For sure. And
he's
we're not
literal trash.
Yeah. He's garbage. Yeah. He doesn't treat you right, and we will treat
would.
You. Yeah. Although we've never paid for anything or supported you in any way, shape, or form.
Because we want to empower you to do those things yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, in this MrBeast video, there's a men's circle and a girls circle, or boys circle and girls circle. They're in separate rooms, so they don't see what's going on. It's happening at the same time. They get the same challenges, equality, right? And then you get $500,000 for the last person standing in the circle. So you got to just stay in the circle for, I don't know, however long it takes until there's nobody else in the other circle. Okay.
Interesting.
So they made that video, and you know, MrBeast didn't make a, you know, should have been a Venn diagram. Should have been a circle in the middle for, you know, confused people, non-binary, LGBTQ circle. There should have been a lot of circles.
Yeah. And these are the important issues to focus on right now. I think of all the biggest issues plaguing our country and world, MrBeast having only a boys and girls circle in his dumb little YouTube videos
you're very right.
is really kind of the apex of problems.
That's why we're talking about this first. Yeah. You know, and this is, I mean, you know, some people are like Ukraine and country election,
Pakistan is underwater,
and whatever, dude. There's boys and girls in those countries.
Imagine how mad, like, so Pakistan is like underwater right now, flooded. Like, imagine how mad they would be if I went over there and I'm like, and I showed them a YouTube video of like MrBeast. I was like, look at this guy. He's separating boys and girls. Can you believe that? They're like, do you have a raft so we can get out of this water? I'm like, no, but
MrBeast actually probably could buy a raft, but instead he
could be doing so many things with his money. Instead, he just makes his dumb little videos. He makes, maybe allocate your money better. Yeah, that's Jeff Bezos could solve world hunger, but instead he wants to go to the moon in his rocket shaped like a penis.
Yeah, his dong rocket. Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, cool, Jeff.
Yeah, cool to make a thing that flies to be aerodynamic, like a cock. What an asshole. Yeah. You know? That's fucking crazy. If I flew in I'm not a rocket scientist, but if I was a rocket scientist, you know what I would do? I would design my rocket ship to be in the shape of a pussy. Wow. That's what I would do.
You're so heroic.
It's so heroic. I mean, it'd be like a parachute, I would assume. It would just absorb so much wind because it's, you know, literally a hole flying through the space. Yeah. But you know what? We'd get there with our girl boss pussy power. Yeah. And that would be brave. Yeah. And that's how you would enter the spaceship, by going, like, you have to, you know, get it wet before you enter, you know, because it's tight. It's a very tight entrance in that ship, you know? Then you got to wrap up. You got to wear a spacesuit before you get in there. Yeah, you know, you got to get a bunch of tests too before. You know, are you tested? Yeah, fuck, of course I'm tested. You know, I'm clean. It's totally fine. Yeah, we still got to put on the spacesuit. And it's like, I get
shouldn't have to, but
I shouldn't have to, but I'm gonna do it for you.
Right.
Then you get on the spacesuit, and then you just kind of, you know, like rub your head around the rim of the spaceship. Yeah. And then you just kind of bust your head in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then immediately the pressure of the suit, you know, or the spaceship, you know, really gets to you. The G-force, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 Well, that's a really great little thing you've created there with your vagina rocket ship.
Hey, bitch, wait till you see my dick.
Yeah. With your consent. So
yeah, of course.
So that's great. And also MrBeast he's still facing backlash for this video he did last year with this Squid Game recreation where he did Squid Game in real life where a winner, I think, got a couple $1 million, right? And people were like, you left out the important factors of Squid Game. One, that it was a critique of capitalism, okay? And you had desperate people willing to die so they could make money. And why, like, no one was killed on your YouTube video. Like, they should have been killed for that, right?
Yeah, to prove a point that capitalism's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like stripping out all the important elements from Squid Game and just, like, making it this fun thing that people watch and this harmless, some would say harmless fun. We say harmful,
very harmful,
not fun.
Yeah.
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 Because again, YouTube videos and the ethics surrounding them and having them fully thought out and researched, and that's what this country, that's the biggest problem in this country and world right now. And definitely something worth getting mad over, something that they would be furious about in Pakistan or Ukraine or Yemen or Somalia. I mean, these are the important issues that we're focused. That's what this podcast is.
A YouTuber making silly videos.
Right. In places where they don't even have internet access. You know, that's what is the most harmful thing going on
Yelling
in their
at
lives.
a person who's successful for creating art, for not making
MrBeast has too much money.
Yeah, we're not afraid to say it on here.
Yeah.
And he should give his money away to us, and then we'll figure out what to do with it. We'll figure it out.
And some would say he gives millions of dollars every year to different charities.
But it's like he still has money, so it's like you're not giving enough money. Right?
You should give...
Like, if you have money, you should give it away.
Right.
Because it's like, why do you have all that money?
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't have...
He should give away, like, every penny until he's down to, like, just literally what it takes to survive.
Yeah, for that day.
Yeah.
Like, tomorrow, like, he'll figure it out.
Like, give away all your million... Like, if you have $100 million, he should give away 99... Well, he should give away 99,999,900 like $40.
Yeah,
and
that would leave him $60.
Keep like $60 to buy food for the week.
More than reasonable.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, how much does it cost to go to, like, Chick-fil-A or whatever? $8?
Right.
So, okay. Is he going to eat at Chick-fil-A, like, 8 times that day?
We'll do his budget, and we'll crunch the numbers. We'll tell him how much money he needs to keep and give away. And we are going to be the arbiters of this. We decide.
Like, and he's going to be like, we got your spreadsheet back, and it just says, like, you owe, and then there's, like, an infinity sign on the thing. I'm like, yeah, well, that's how much money you have, and that's how much you owe us.
Yeah.
And then we'll take care of it from here.
Yeah.
So just give us infinite money forever.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, that's just what you got to do.
Yeah.
With capitalism's bad and you know, shit on anybody that's making anything that's not propaganda, basically.
Right.
So,
yeah, we hate.
But Squid Game's also good because it's art that says capitalism's bad.
Right.
There's no critique of, like, why does Netflix have so much money? No critique of that.
Right.
You know, which I would say probably has more money than the YouTube guy.
Yeah.
A guy on YouTube.
Right.
But don't criticize that guy. Or don't criticize Netflix. We'll criticize the guy.
No, we love Netflix because remember when their employees, like, walked out in protest of Dave Chappelle for that one day?
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
So cool.
That was cool. Yeah.
There's nothing more there's no person more oppressed than high up executives at Netflix. You know? Yeah. Those are people who face real struggle for their identities.
Well, what's crazy is they don't have a voice.
Right.
Like, Dave Chappelle gets to go up and talk and say his piece for an hour.
Yeah.
What about, like,
What about me?
Yeah, what about the fat loser that works at Netflix that, like, is, you know, like I don't even know what they do there, but.
Well, why don't I have an hour slam poetry special on Netflix? I deserve it.
I guess that Netflix is trying to suppress your message.
That's the only reason I can think of.
Yeah, and you are oppressed because you don't have a special on Netflix.
Right.
Which also, I don't have a special on Netflix, so I don't have a voice either.
Yeah. How is that fair?
And Dave Chappelle has like more than one.
Right.
Right. Everybody should get one comedy special.
Yeah.
Even if you don't do comedy, you should be forced to do comedy on a special just to be. And then like the language of calling it special. That's
problematic.
It's kind of bad.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, yours is special. What about a regular?
Also special. Are you saying like special needs? Are you making fun of like?
Yeah. Hey, watch my comedy
disabled.
Retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's really cool.
Right.
That's really fucking messed up.
Yeah.
Watch my Retarded, everybody.
Yeah.
Yo, check this out.
Yeah.
I
Does that sound any better to you?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
How about check out my comedy Regular?
Nice.
Yeah.
Although there's nothing regular about my comedy.
No, of course not. No, my comedy is very irregular.
Right.
Yeah.
So irregular, in fact, that there's not a single laugh or joke in your entire special.
People are like, oh, that's cool that you did a comedy special for no audience. And it's like, oh, there was an audience there.
Yeah.
It was packed out.
Right.
And just fucking dead quiet in there.
Yeah.
Because they were all like just so in.
Because you're an alt comic.
Yeah. And an alt means like no one gets it.
Right.
That's what that means.
Right.
Like you did comedy and people were like, what the fuck was that? That's comedy.
That's what comedy is all about.
When someone watches comedy and goes, what the fuck did I just watch? That's
comedy.
Awesome comedy.
Yeah.
That's the best comedy, is when everyone who bought a ticket is confused and would like a refund.
Yep.
They're like, I thought this was supposed to be funny. Well, joke's on you, buddy. Children dying in the school.
Yeah, not sure what that has to do with.
That's not what I was going for, but it does play.
Yeah. Also, when people go into
that's kind of one of the jokes you would do on the special.
Right.
Sure.
Right. Exactly. But when people walk into your comedy shows, back when you would do them, they would also need to sign waivers saying like, I release my right to sue the performer if I am attacked physically during his show.
Yeah.
Because, you were known for, if someone would heckle you or say like, hey, when do the jokes start? Or like, this fucking sucks.
Man,
when does the next guy come?
Come fucking get some, bro.
Right.
Come up here and get this comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the setup. Here's the fucking punchline.
Yeah.
Both
a
of
little
them are,
1-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Setup.
Right in
punch.
your eye.
Yeah. Both
Bitch.
eyes, motherfucker.
Yeah. People thought the Malice at the Palace was a big controversy. Remember that? The big brawl at the Pistons-Pacers game, 2004.
Like Ron Artest?
Yeah. Where the players went up into the stands.
Someone threw a drink or something?
Yes.
And then, didn't Ron Artest fight the wrong
guy? Yeah.
That's awesome. And then didn't he change his name to Meta
World Peace? Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, and we will change our names, if
my name is
criminal
gonna be,
record gets too problematic.
My name's going to be definitely not the guy that fought everybody at a comedy special taping.
Right. Yeah. But so that was seen as this this horrifying notorious moment, this infamous moment in the NBA. That only happened once. That happened with you every time you performed.
Every performance.
You would always go into the stands to fight people.
I can't go on tour a second time in any venue because I'm never
You're
welcome
blacklisted.
back.
Yeah.
It's tough. That's just it's kind of one and done.
Yeah.
And that's what makes
you can only start a
performances
violent mob and brawl in the stands kind of once per city. They don't usually let you back for round 2.
It's that's crazy because it's you go to a rock concert and they start a mosh pit. Why can't I start a mosh pit in my show?
Right.
What? And it's well, no one's on stage right now. It's just you in the audience fighting people. And it's well, that's the show. You're still watching me perform, and I'm fucking performing.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going ham on everyone.
Yeah.
I'm a tornado of fists.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it is hurricane season. We talked about this last week.
Hurricane Columbus is coming.
That's right.
through.
Hurricane Chris.
Yeah.
So you
the
better
Nina,
wash
the
out.
Pinta and the Santa Maria are crashing into your shore.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it. And they will be bringing diseases with them.
Yeah. And you will be colonized.
Yeah.
Which is bad, but not in this case.
Right. Yeah. And you disavow your family's history
100%.
and you're not responsible for it. But if you're white listening to this, then you're responsible for your family history.
Yes. Yeah. That makes so much sense. I mean, all this.
Because all white, like if you're listening to this and you're white, like your ancestors definitely owned slaves, right? They definitely killed indigenous people. That's what every white ancestor did. Yeah. Except for, well, us. I mean, yours kind of did famously, but
I said that was
But you
bad,
said that it was bad. Yeah.
So I'm totally free of that.
Right.
Yeah. And here's another thing that's important to do is to do a land acknowledgement.
Oh, yeah.
You do a land acknowledgement, and then maybe a Native American person might be like, can I move back in?
Absolutely not.
Fuck out of here, Tonto. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that bullshit. Yeah. But this used to be your land.
Yeah. Take this dream catcher and choke on it, bro. I do not think so.
Yeah. But we acknowledge it though.
Yeah, and we love that culture for sure.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. So there's a lot of interesting topics we want to talk about today. One is there's this internet trend people are talking about called quiet quitting.
Oh yeah, this was a big article.
And I think it started with this TikTok that I'm going to play here.
Oh, here.
So, I got the wrong cord here. Take this one. So this TikTok.
I recently learned about this term called quiet quitting, where you're not outright quitting your job, but you're quitting the idea of going above and beyond. You're still performing your duties, but you're no longer subscribing to the hustle culture mentality that work has to be your life. The reality is it's not, and your worth as a person is not defined by your labor.
Nice. So we love that, and there's this.
How many views did that get? Like 1 billion views.
Couple mil, I think. And there is a NPR article, and so maybe we should read it like this.
Oh yeah, hey, welcome to NPR. This is NPR.
And
if you
how
want to fall asleep while you're driving to work.
Misnomer for setting boundaries at work. Closing your laptop at 5 p.m. Doing only your assigned tasks. Spending more time with family. These are just some of the common examples used to define the latest workplace trend of quiet quit. Okay, I'll stop talking that. But so it says some experts say it's a misnomer and should really be defined as carving out time to take care of yourself. And so there's this whole debate right now that are you quiet quitting if you're only doing your required tasks at work and not going above and beyond? Are you being disloyal to your company? And guess what? You don't owe anyone anything.
Yeah.
So no, you should not go. If you're going to go above and beyond, I'm going to say something really controversial here that hasn't been said by anyone. Okay.
What's that?
If you're going to put in extra hours for your company, then they should pay you for your time.
Yeah. You should get paid time off.
Yeah.
You should get.
Also
you should get 9 months off.
Yes.
Yeah, even if you're a guy and not pregnant.
Yes.
You're just like, maybe I'll one day be a dad. Let me see what that's like by getting 9 months off of paid vacation.
Yes.
Like 3 days after I started working at this place.
Yes.
That's what that's all about.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what people should do.
Yeah. So it's not quiet quitting. It's you fulfilling the duties of your job and not taking part of this capitalist machine bullshit. Okay.
Yeah. This goes into a lot of what people call mental health.
Yeah, which is important, by the way.
Which is very important. It's very important to barely do your job.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, there is a degree of that where it's like your work being like, hey, work from home. And they send you an email at fucking 8 p.m. and they're like, hey, respond to my email or whatever. That's pretty insane. But, I think, and also who is quiet, actual, there's this whole thing that's people are actually quitting stuff. People aren't working because they just don't want to work. It's how are these people making money? Are all these people on OnlyFans? What are they doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? These people that are quitting their jobs.
Right.
Just because they can't handle the 9 to 5 40-hour work week, so they're just not participating in it. How do you do that?
Yeah.
How do you not work at all? How are you capable of doing it?
I don't know.
Did you make $1 billion on Dogecoin and now you can just fuck off all day?
Or maybe you have the podcast that's the voice for women, people of color.
Yeah, that is true.
That could be.
We are that.
Yeah.
So.
And we've definitely made so much money off this podcast.
Yeah, it's definitely not crippling debt that I'm in from doing literally anything with this podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, give us money at the Slut Fund.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Help the pod.
And not just because we are broke and destitute and might have to fold this thing at any
like
second.
Like a fucking origami swan.
Right.
Yeah. I think there's like these, I don't know if you're familiar with like super chats and all that bullshit on YouTube. There's like something with that. Like people give you super chats or something. I don't know how it works, but I guess we can get those. So if you want to give us those, then cool. But I don't know how
don't
it
even
works.
know what that is, but
it's like,
but give us money.
I'm trying to explain how to do a thing that I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, that thing that's on there, click it. Sure. I don't know what it means, but fine.
Right.
Yeah, I saw someone gave us a super chat and it said like $1, and I was like, tight.
Oh, so it's a way of like giving
like a tip
donations.
Or something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Gotcha.
I just don't understand what, like, how do you access it? How did that guy do that? Thank you for doing that, dude that did that.
Was their name on there?
I forget, but yeah, we can look it up later. But
okay,
but yeah.
More people should do that for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but there are some other interesting articles we wanted to discuss. This one from the New York Post. We're a polyamorous family, and we don't know which dad fathered our kids.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a fire article.
A
for sure.
polyamorous family is unsure which man has fathered their children. And then it shows these couples. They met online 3 years ago in an attempt to keep things exciting. After a year of spicing things up, the couples fell in love and decided to move in together in Oregon. And these people, if you're thinking of how, like, trying to have a mental image of what they look like, it's exactly what you think.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you'd expect from poly people. So each couple already had a child, but decided to welcome 2 more tots together as a polyamorous family. None of us had been polyamorous before, but we all just met and fell in love. Taya,
wait, how did they? If they already showed up with kids, how do they not know?
Those kids they knew about.
Oh, they made other kids.
Had new kids.
In their life.
Yeah. Since we moved together, we all just co-parent all the children. We're one big family unit. So they met online, and at first I was really scared to come out and admit my feelings for Tyler. I was scared to let someone else in, but eventually we all admitted how we felt. The foursome does not see people outside of the family and has a non-hierarchical relationship. While they try to have a quad date once a month, they also have one-on-one dates, but they spend all holidays and big events together.
Wow.
It's a messy, hectic, crazy, wonderful life. That about sums us up.
Could you imagine like meeting their like extended families like at a Christmas?
Right.
Like whose house?
Here's my husband. Here's my other husband.
Yeah. There's their kid.
Right.
Here's another kid. Who's
we don't know.
I don't know. It's one of ours.
Right.
How do you like? And then also the kid, the mystery kid, right?
Yeah.
When that mystery kid's like, how was I made?
Yeah. They're like, well, shut up, squirt.
Yeah. Shut up, whatever you are.
Yeah.
Mom and dad, okay, this mom and dad, and then that mom and dad, we were both like bored of fucking this bag of bones here. Like, what a boring shag that was.
Yep.
And then we were like, hey, let's spice it up and just bring another couple of weirdos into the group here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we all had like a gangbang orgy.
Nice.
And then everybody nutted in everybody else. And then that's how you were made.
Love that.
That's how you were made, kid.
Yeah.
And then, so we don't know which one did it, whose bust you are or whatever. But can they go on Maury Povich? Can they do that? Is that?
I don't think that. I think they're purposely avoiding that. So there's more to the article that I'll read.
Okay.
So Families moved into a home early in 2020 and have happily lived as a quad family since. The women each have their own rooms, while the men rotate sleeping in each night. The quad decided to expand their family after
the dudes swap
women.
Okay, so the women have their own rooms.
Yeah.
That are not moving.
Right.
These dudes just
trade off. Yeah.
Okay.
The quad decided to expand their family after discovering they were all excited about the idea. The women would continue to sleep with both men and not question who fathered which child. Alicia, who works outside the home in economic development, happily discovered she was pregnant in August 2020, while stay-at-home mom Taya became pregnant in March 2021. There was no regulation of who the father was, and we said we didn't care. We don't know and we don't want to know, and said we would all be parents to all of them.
Okay.
So Alicia gave birth to a boy on April 3rd, 2021. Taya gave birth to another son a few months later in August 2021. I always find myself thinking about how much I love our life. I'm just really excited for the future and raising our kids together. Can't wait to be the big, crazy family that all shows up together. It's a messy, hectic, crazy, wonderful life. That about sums it up, Taya said. The kids proudly tell everyone that they have 2 moms and 2 dads, with the children calling Taya Mama and Alicia Mom, while Sean is Daddy and Tyler is Dad.
I wonder if those 2 dudes fought over, like, no, I'm Daddy.
Right.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
yeah.
you. You're Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm Daddy.
Yeah, I'm the daddy. Yeah. Did they have to like fight it out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure these kids are not ruthlessly bullied for this at school.
No, for sure.
Taya explained that many people question and don't understand their relationship. The quad has faced pushback from some close friends and family, but has found support from the majority of their inner circle. A lot of people don't really understand polyamory and think it's deviant or unwholesome in some way. It is true that it wasn't always easy. It took me a while to admit I had feelings for someone else. We definitely do get jealous sometimes. But now it's so natural to us all, and I feel so grateful to have multiple partners who raise children with. Who wouldn't want more love and support and more hands around? It's a messy, hectic, crazy, wonderful life, and I can't think of anything else we would ever want. All right, it seems like it's kind of repeating itself over and over, so I think we get the point at this point. But
you know, like those people that are in those like weird relationships that like they like the way they talk about it, you're like, you have no idea like what mess you're in, right?
Right.
You meet people like that,
right?
You're like, yeah, that's like a polyamory relationship typically is like that.
Also,
right?
people who call their boyfriend or girlfriend their partner, love those people.
Oh, those are the best.
Yeah. Like if they're in a straight relationship and call their significant other their partner.
Yeah.
Those are the best types of people.
Yeah, that is tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do love
so
that.
cool when people do that.
Yeah.
And just kind of like appropriate. I mean, aren't they like culturally appropriating like gay culture? Yeah.
A little bit, but I think gay people were doing that because they were like, I don't know, it seems like, wasn't that like a soft way of saying like my boyfriend or whatever, right?
Well, they couldn't, like back when like gay people couldn't get married.
Yeah.
Is like their life partner, but they couldn't say like husband or wife because it technically wasn't, you know?
Can't you just say it though?
I mean, you could say it, but
yeah,
by law, it's not.
Okay.
There used to be those restrictions.
Yeah.
Which we're against, by the way.
Yeah, we're against
We'll
that.
say it. We think gay people can get married.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We're not afraid to say that in 2022.
If you have a wedding cake business, you better fucking make
That's right.
2 penises touching cake.
Yeah.
Fuck you if you don't make that.
Yeah. And
in fact, every cake you make should be that.
Yeah.
Because fuck you.
Right.
Like when I get married to several women at once, I'm definitely getting a gay cake for that wedding.
Nice.
It's going to be several women, and it's going to be a bunch of women on the cake, and it's going to be a giant, it's going to be like a 7-layer cake, but each layer is going to be like just a huge penis, right?
Cool.
And it's going to be my penis, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be like the whole shaft.
Life-size replica.
And the veins will be like a spiral staircase going up to the head.
Okay. And
then that's the women. We'll put the little women on the thing right there.
Yeah, that's a lot to take in, but
hey, that's the way the cake's gonna go.
Yeah.
All right. And it'll be a fun wedding to 9 women or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
great.
They're all gonna be cool with it, I'm sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll find out.
We'll do it too, like You know, there's like Maury Povich shows where there's like a big surprise. Yeah. It's like the person goes on here and like, what could possibly go wrong? I'm on the Maury Povich show. I don't know exactly.
This is sure to be something normal and
probably
expected.
Gonna be great.
Yeah, and
it's
good
probably
news.
not going to be some
the craziest shit ever. Yeah.
And they go on there and they're like, you know, I've been having an affair with like a fucking dog or whatever the fuck they do on that show. And then they come out and they're like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of how the women will be in the marriage. Like I'll propose like a single marriage to them, and then they'll get there and they'll be like, it'll be like a Price is Right kind of situation, you know? Come on down. And then everybody's going nuts, you know?
Right. But except for you, they might be booing, right?
Oh, yeah. There's probably,
And he'll be like, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
Suck my dick.
Yeah, suck my dick,
go fuck
bitches.
yourself. And then you have to like go into the crowd.
I'm saying I do anyway. Yeah, you better say it.
Yeah, the security is like holding you back from fighting. Not too dissimilar from your comedy
a lot
career.
of it's like my comedy specials.
Yeah.
Anytime there's a crowd, I might get into it with them.
Yeah.
You know? Because they don't seem to like me anytime I get in.
And if there's a wall, if there's some drywall backstage, you will be just lighting it up.
Yeah, that's kind of, you know how like, don't Jews like break a glass?
Yes.
That's what we'll do at my marriage. Instead of breaking a glass, a person will bring out a drywall and just fucking punch through it, you know?
But you also will break the glass, and then you'll take out the piece of broke glass. Like, hey, anyone got a problem with it now? Huh? Like the broken bottle. Like, hey, shut the fuck up. You want to get some? Come here. You want to get? And then you'll be like threatening people with
Coors Light bottle.
Yeah, you'll be threatening people with the broken glass. Yeah. So,
don't you say something when the Jews like break the glass? Don't they say a thing? Opa.
Well, that's Opa is Greek. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, Mazel. Thank you to our producer Alex there. No, they say like I think Mazel Tov before they.
What does that mean?
Like congratulations in Hebrew. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have an extensive knowledge about all cultures. So if any Jewish queens are out there, hit me up in my DMs, and I'll stomp on some glass, and then. I mean, I'm not going to marry you, so don't even get started with that bullshit. Oh, my parents want me to settle down. Well, it's not going to be with me, bitch. All right. Yeah. But I will pretend to know about your culture.
Yeah.
So back to gay marriage.
Yes.
So where we started. Yeah. We support it. We're not afraid to say it, and we will happily fight any racist, bigoted right winger who says that gays shouldn't be able to marry in America. But if there's a Muslim country who doesn't allow that, or a Muslim person who doesn't think that's okay, it's
not a thing we're going to really deal with.
They have a beautiful culture
it's
that should be
of our
accepted. Exactly. That's a good way of putting it. It's beyond our realm. That's a beautiful culture that should be respected and never questioned and just looked up to. But if right-wing Christians say the same thing here in America, they are bigoted pieces of homophobic, horrible people.
Yep.
And I will fight you till the end of time on that.
Yeah, we're not afraid to say it.
And if that sounds like hypocritical and that I'm only fighting for marginalized people when it's politically convenient to me, it's not. Okay, it's not that.
There's other stuff going on there. Yeah. We always have the right opinions.
Yeah.
So
always.
It's important to note.
Yes.
But yeah, so okay. So let's see. We got Fraysexuality. Big stories.
Any new Fraysexuality news?
Well, there's I found a Fraysexual Reddit, which we identify with because we are Fraysexual.
Yeah, again, because we have had a lot of new listeners recently.
Yeah, and if you don't know what Fraysexuality is, we're going to explain it to you and this plight that we deal with being Fraysexual.
And this is tough for us to admit. Yeah. So Fraysexuality is a disease that we suffer from. It's a condition.
It's you're in the asexuality spectrum.
Yes.
okay? Because it is a spectrum, and being Fraysexual is in asexuality. It's where you are, you have attraction to someone until you have sex with them, and then after you have sex with them, you are no longer attracted to them.
Yes. Now, some would call that just being a guy.
A guy, yeah. Some people would call it that, but those people are jerks.
Yeah.
And they don't get it.
Yeah.
That like this is a real thing, and like, you know, sometimes I have to argue with women a lot about my Fraysexuality. You know.
Yeah. They're like immediately after you came,
right after I bust,
yeah.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. They're like, okay, yeah, I understand the condition, but you could be a little more delicate about it. It's like, no, that's my truth.
I say when I come, I say Fraysexuality. I'm like, Fraysexuality, get out of here. Who are you?
Yeah, God,
who are you?
What am I doing? And then I just kind of look at, because before I was looking at you with like these rose-colored glasses, right? I'll just, you know, I'll see whatever I want to see in you. I'll say whatever I have to say to make it happen.
A lot of eye contact during sex because very emotionally connected.
Yeah, and
because
then
I haven't nutted yet. So
right.
I'm still emotionally connected to you while I'm inside of you and just pumping away.
Yeah.
But the second I bust.
Just, God, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my house. Oh my God.
What a mistake.
What an absolute mistake. Don't tell anyone about this.
Yeah.
You better not fucking tell anyone about this. Don't fucking tell anyone. Don't tell. I don't know you. I never met you, okay? You better not tell anyone this happened, all right? Or I will ruin you. So
yeah.
That's, sometimes we have to say that, and sometimes those points have to be punctuated by a nice little
punch through the drywall. Look, it's so Fraysexuality, it's a real condition. It's you know, and if you don't think it's a real condition, type it in Reddit, and there's a community for it.
Yeah, it's not just Reddit. I mean, it's literally the dictionary. You know,
is there, how many people are in the Reddit? 924 people, but that's enough to be a group of people.
Yeah, and
that's a lot.
Yeah. So like when women, like you said, like immediately after we climax, we're out, and we don't care about you anymore. And it's not that we're being assholes or mean. We're just like, it's just how we feel, and it's our truth. And we're not going to sugarcoat our truth any longer.
This person wrote something in the Fraysexuality Reddit, and I think it was very, very poignant and a good point. Yeah. And this person's really like laying it out there for their hearts. This is what this is the internal struggle of being Fraysexual. Okay. Fraysexual. Okay. It says, any other phrase out there who would love, in an ideal world, to have sex with a different person every week or two and never get bored with sex and would meet their needs in this way, right? Okay, so that's their question. I recently discovered about Fraysexuality, and as a high libido Fray in a monogamous marriage, I feel suppressed by not just by being in a monogamous marriage, but in that even if I was in a non-monogamous marriage, society's stigmas against anything other than monogamy would make it almost impossible to meet my needs. The only time I was able to meet my needs sexually was when I was in my 20s, working at a nightclub, and in situations where I would have one-night stands every 2 to 4 weeks over a period of around 2 years. That was the only time I enjoyed sex and fulfilled those needs. Now I'm in my 40s, married and settled down, etc., and most other women around my age are not interested in one-off, non-emotional sex, which of course is totally fine. So my nature of being Fray and being able to meet my sexual needs is pretty much impossible. I was thinking, in an ideal world, if I could have sex with a different person every week, this would be the only way I could A, enjoy sex again, and B, meet my annoying sexual needs due to my Fraysexuality and high libido.
Wow. Well, as another man with a just sky-high libido.
Our libidos.
Our libidos are are like, it's almost
once
a problem.
a week wouldn't even do it.
Yeah.
You know,
I would
have to do it.
Ideally, it'd be like
multiple times
a day. Exactly.
Yeah. And like with definitely different women.
For sure.
Yeah. Like and it'd have to be like one after another.
Yeah.
Like a revolving door kind of situation.
Right. Kind of every like
maybe
45
sometimes
minutes.
even two at once to really like, you know, kind of to be more efficient, really.
Yeah.
So, and that's just, it's unfortunate that that's.
Well, I get, you know, I understand where that guy's coming from as, again, someone with just an insanely high, like my libido is
so
crazy.
High. Yeah, I'm like hard right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, but it's
no homo, but
it is only men in this room.
Well,
so
I know, but that's
it
how
is
I'm
little gay.
But we're
that you
talking
said
about that women.
Oh, so you're thinking about
I was thinking
sex.
about, because of my high libido.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, I just want to make sure that you're not
no
hard
homo, dude.
because like we're like.
We're pretty close.
Yeah.
My legs I've pointed my legs this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because we're like a couple feet from each other.
I know.
So I don't want.
This is a
I don't want to be
situation.
I don't want to be touched by any body parts.
I know.
That I wasn't
think
expecting
about
to.
if we're so not homo. If we touch legs under the table with no boners, that's instantly podcast over. If one of us has a boner, like we might have to kill each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be that serious. So, you know, that's just what it. And we love gay shit and all that, but we're just not that.
Yeah, we are, you know, the staunchest allies.
Being gay is a spectrum, and we are at the very end. The straightest,
the furthest away from gay you can possibly get.
You can draw straight lines with how straight we are.
Yep.
We are a fucking T-square.
And if you're a woman who doubts that and thinks we're anything but like as straight as possible, like come over, get your ass over here.
Get the fuck over here.
And we will prove how straight we are.
We'll prove it so much that we will Eiffel Tower you, and like it won't be gay.
Right.
Yeah. And if that doesn't make sense to you, then you're fucked up.
Yeah. So what should that guy do? Let's pretend like that guy reached out to us for advice.
So here's what my suggestion would be. It would be to tell you got to have an open dialogue
with your wife. Yeah.
Who's gonna definitely love that.
Oh yeah.
Who's definitely gonna be.
She's definitely gonna be accepting.
She's gonna be very accepting of your need to just smash rando puss every week.
100%.
And then presenting that to her, like, babe, I love you and you're my soulmate, but I just hate having sex with you all the time. It's like so boring. I need to just plow puss every week. Different puss too. Like this is what I need to meet my satisfaction. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we need to open up my side of the relationship. You don't need this because you're good. You're fine with monogamy and that's cool.
Yep.
But I'm willing to make a compromise and I will smash a different woman every week while you are chill with it. And sometimes, look, we can still be involved. Like maybe you could hold a camera and film us smash it.
Sure.
And then you would be involved, right? That would be cool, you know? So, and then maybe you and her could like kind of coach each other and like learn new moves on me. That would be cool, right?
Yeah.
But that would be maybe the way to do it.
Nice.
You know? Yeah. Just present that to your wife that you need to
just put the feelers out
other
there.
People.
Yeah. And if she has anything but 100% acceptance of that, then she's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
And how dare she not respect your struggle?
Because it's a condition. It's a condition that you can't
control.
You can't control what your needs are sexually, and that's that's kind of what we're Fraysexual, but
also though, do we believe that any other? I mean, he could just be a jerk guy who's using that as an excuse for his sexual behavior.
There are guys that are doing that, that are saying this Fraysexuality thing,
which is probably
bullshit.
all guys except for us.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, we're definitely on the camp that believes that this is not complete nonsense,
right?
And just like coming up with a word and a flag to say that I love crushing puss.
Yeah. But like for us, it's a real condition.
Yeah.
But for other guys, it's made up.
Problematic.
Right?
Yeah. And it's not because we're trying to like get these guys out of this whole puss crushing thing that we're trying
Right.
to do. It's not that.
That they're taking
not
women
that at
away
all.
from us. Yeah.
No, this is a different thing.
Yeah.
We care. Like, we would love to wear the flag everywhere.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, it's important. Also, with Fraysexuality, here's another condition that I'm tied down with, too, is that I also have a sex addiction.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really brave
I'm
of you
addicted to sex.
Yeah.
I, as a guy, love having sex so much
Wow.
that it is technically an addiction.
That's really brave of you to admit that. And
Yeah, it's a hard thing to overcome.
yeah.
And if
But
you're-
while you do overcome it, you know, there's women out there who want to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, you know how like some cities are like, they have like a heroin problem, so they're just like letting people do heroin.
Right.
That's kind
Like
of
giving out needles, like
Yeah.
clean needles.
That's
to people.
kind of what I'm suggesting I need.
Oh, interesting.
As my therapy and
Are
rehabilitation.
women throwing
is to
themselves
just
at you?
annihilate puss.
Yeah.
That's what I need,
Yeah.
actually. That would help me,
Okay.
you know? Because my severe need for slaying puss just needs, it would help me with, and it has to be different all the time.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
of course.
Like just
Yeah.
a fucking rotating.
Yeah.
Yeah. It needs to be that.
Yeah.
So if you're out there and you want to help, hit me up.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's a tough struggle for you,
Mhm.
Chris. And,
Yeah.
you know, I wish you the best in that. And
Thank you. It's very, yeah.
yeah.
You're a good person for supporting my
Thank
needs to slay puss.
Yeah. And if I find any women out there that are like down, you know, DTF,
Mhm.
who like I'm not into,
Mhm.
then I'll send them your way.
Nice. That's
But if-
really cool of you.
Yeah.
that's
But if
great.
I'm into them, then
Of course.
I'm going to take
Look,
them.
and here's another thing about my Fraysexuality. I don't even care,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
care
to a point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to a point for sure. But after I bust in them, it doesn't matter.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because
You could be a 10 or you could be a 1.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
still going to
The
hate them
Fraysexual-
passionately
Yeah, yeah.
immediately after.
mhm. Especially if they want to like do anything or
Yeah.
say like, "What are
What
we?
are we? Ooh.
Can
What
we-
are we is
Yeah.
like one
the-
of your biggest triggers to ignite your
Yeah, and it is
Fraysexuality.
triggering to say, "What are we?"
yeah,
Because I have past trauma
right.
of being asked, "What are we?"
Yeah,
in a
and being
relationship,
coerced into relationships
and
against your will.
that's my trauma. I can't. I don't want to talk about it,
yeah,
and that's, you know, I'll be like, "Can we not talk about this right now?" And
Right.
the girl will be like, "We've been doing this for like 3 years. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?" And it's like,
Yeah.
I can't.
you can only
I
use the
can't
mental
even-
health
I
excuse for
can't
so
even.
long.
Yeah, but it's a process of fixing your mental health.
Right.
Okay. And it's I'm still not there yet. you
Yeah.
know? And that's what it is.
Yeah,
So it's a tough place to be, but
it's tough.
that's-
Yeah, and the
that's
fact
where
that
we're
women
at.
don't understand our struggle is just really just unaccepting of them and
Mhm.
unacceptable
Women don't get it.
and hateful and bigoted.
Mhm.
That they don't understand our condition and our struggle and our truth.
Mhm.
And
Fraysexuality is real, and you can tell because this Reddit that has 900 people in it.
yeah,
and,
which proves it. It's
and
real.
it's not us as at least two
Different
of them in
accounts.
there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Also, women love Fix Up Project, right? They like to
Mhm.
take guys who are damaged and try to fix them. So maybe there's a woman out there who can cure us of our Fraysexuality.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll actually like you for your personality and not just your body, you
Mhm.
know? So if you think you could be that lucky woman, hit us up in our DMs and let's have a dialogue and let's have sex with your consent.
Mhm.
And maybe I won't kick you out immediately after.
That
You know,
sounds
maybe
like
you could
that's
be the
pretty
one.
nice of you
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll wait 5 minutes and then I'll kick her
Yeah,
out.
we'll
but-
cuddle for 45
seconds, yeah.
and just be like, all right. And then like I'll put my arm around you, and then you'll feel my arm like kind of petting your back, and then you'll feel me kind of pushing you.
Just feel this
Like, and she's
pressure.
like, you're pushing me to the edge of the bed.
Right.
I'm like, uh-huh.
Right.
And she's like, I'm gonna fall off the bed. I'm like, you don't
Yeah,
fall.
don't fall.
Put
Yeah.
your feet on the floor.
Yeah.
And start getting dressed and get the fuck out of here. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just like one of those like Indiana Jones traps that slowly pushes.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
That's what my hand is doing.
Nice.
You know? And I'm doing it with like a gentle
with
caress.
grace. And
yeah. And it's very slow and sensual, right?
Right.
And then it's, you know. So
yeah, that's really nice. So
sweet.
If you think you could be the lucky lady who cures us of our Fraysexuality and your sex addiction, hit us up in our DMs and let's have that dialogue. So
we're in an hour here, so
got it.
Yeah, so I think we can wrap up here. Let's see. Like, comment, subscribe on the channel, all that stuff. We love you guys' comments. Share the show with a friend, you know, help spread the message of the Two Woke Boys. More content's coming, all that stuff. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, follow our YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok account, all that stuff. Send us emails, twowokeboys@gmail.com. Also follow allies of the show, Malcolm Kellner and Jeff Zinasek, on their social medias, on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff. And then also give us 5-star reviews. We need those reviews on Spotify and iTunes. So that helps us a lot in the algo. So we appreciate you guys doing all that stuff, and you guys rule. Thank you for being allies, and thank you for listening to episode 111 of the Two Woke Boys podcast. I am Chris.
And I'm Cole.
And together we are Two
Woke Boys.